Welcome back to Frontline News. I'm Sasha Lee Hamilton. It's now time for Frontline Business. A top Caribbean economist is warning that COVID-19 could drastically impact the region's economy, especially the tourism industry and related sectors. Director of Economics at the Barbados-based Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, Dr. Justin Ram, says the crisis is likely to impact jobs and lower tax yields. Dr. Ram says there needs to be a fiscal response when it comes to dealing with the crisis. Multinational investment bank JP Morgan is predicting a global recession this year due to the effects of the coronavirus. Chief economist Bruce Kasman gave his outlook.
I think the disruptive events of the virus are pretty significant and broad-based, and it's also spreading around the world. So what we're seeing now is an enormously large economic shock spread over February in China, March and April in the U.S. and Western Europe and elsewhere. And it looks to us like the global economy overall will be contracting in the first half of the year. Now, I would emphasize recessions are about the depth of the shock, the breadth, and also the duration of it. And the first two we have a very big shock, and it's spreading across the world. What we don't think is we're going to have the duration of the shock. We think we will be rebounding around the middle of the year. And hopefully that means that we're not going to have the consequences, particularly on labor markets, that we normally get with a recession.
The U.S. Fed slashed interest rates Sunday in its second emergency cut this month and said it would expand its balance sheet by at least $700 billion in coming weeks in a bid to ease tension on the financial markets. Oil prices have come under intense pressure on both demand and supply sides. Worries about the pandemic slashing oil buying persist, while oversupply fears have grown after top exporter Saudi Arabia ramped up output and slashed prices to increase sales to consumers in Asia. The Real Estate Board is warning of harsher fines and penalties under pending amendments and merger of legislation governing the industry. More in this report.
Cabinet has approved the merger of the Real Estate Board, the Commission of Strata Corporations, and the Timeshare Registrar into the Real Estate Authority of Jamaica. As part of that process, the Real Estate Board has been tasked with merging the administrative functions of the Registration Strata Titles Act and the Timeshare Vacations Act under the Real Estate Dealers and Developers Act, which will be amended. Chief Executive Officer of the Real Estate Board, Commission of Strata Corporations, Sandra Garrick, says the agency is defining certain terms to make the three acts merge seamlessly. Mrs. Garrick says under the legislation, banks have specific responsibilities and fines will be imposed for failing to comply. O'Shane Masters for Frontline Business.
In Monday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index declined by 19,336 points to close at under 400,000 units. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 78 stocks, of which 17 advanced, 51 declined, and 10 traded firm. The junior market index declined by 85 points to close at under 3,000 units. Stocks advanced for 138 Student Living, Berger Paints, Blue Power Group, Caribbean Assurance Brokers, and Caribbean Cement. Stocks declined for Access Financial Services, Barita Investments, Cargo Handlers, Carreras Limited, and Consolidated Bakeries. Trading firm were AMG Packaging and Paper, CSE 2009.5%, Caribbean Producers, Siboney Group, and Fontana. Elite Diagnostic was the volume leader with over 14.5 million units, followed by Wigton Wind Farm with 8.8 million units, and Wisynco Group with 6.6 million units. And now for the foreign exchange. U.S. crude fell below $30 on Monday as emergency rate cuts by the U.S. Federal Reserve and its global counterparts failed to tame markets, and China's factory output plunged at the sharpest pace in 30 years amid the spread of the coronavirus. Brent crude futures was down $2.89 to $30.96 a barrel. West Texas Intermediate WTI crude futures fell $1.79 to $29.94 a barrel. And that's it for Frontline Business. I'm Sasha Lee Hamilton. Pleasant viewing.